All right.
All right. Terry, thank you for sitting down with me and having accepted to answer a few questions of mine.
Welcome.
Thank you. All right. You've talked about the fact that something happened for you or to you in 2016. Something that massively changed you or changed your life. I don't know which words to put on it. My question would be, could you say that you've met God?
Oh. That's an interesting question. Because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to meet God. I even wanted to, if I couldn't shake hands with God, I refused to believe in a God. Have I met God? Do I know myself? Yes. And that, dualistically speaking, is God. There is only one. Non-dual. One without a second. Not two. So this I am that I am is the same I am that you are. And that I am is one. Only one. Therefore, I can very confidently make the statement, before God was, I am. Everybody has a concept of what God is. Everybody. A belief about what God is. But the 6-month-old hasn't been introduced to a conceptual God yet. So before the conceptual God came along, the 6-month-old is experiencing I am. So before God was, I am. So the question, have you experienced God, is not a realistic question, because God is conceptual. And anything that we could say about God would be conceptual, an idea or a belief. So we come back to the one truth, the one absolute truth that you do know, and that is, I am. That is prior to all. Prior to God, prior to thoughts, prior to the body, prior to the senses, prior to seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, prior to perception, prior.
All right. Did that meet your expectations?
Did that meet my expectations? Yeah. Whose expectations?
I suppose you had, whose expectations? I suppose there were thoughts about something good to come through non-duality or enlightenment, whatever you call it.
Indeed. So whatever I thought was going to happen didn't. Whatever I thought I was going to experience didn't. Whatever I thought about it was wrong. 100% wrong.
And sorry for the stupid questions, if it is. What you've been experiencing ever since, does that meet your idea of God, which you might have had?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Completely different. Completely different. Because my understanding of God was that God was objective. In other words, there was me and God. And that's wrong. If God is omniscient, omnipresent, and omnipotent, where does that leave any room for me? Personal, little old me. Where does that leave any room for me?
Right. I wasn't so bothered about where the me is left. Sorry. But did you encounter have you been experiencing those qualities of God, of goodness, of feeling everything is sweet and you're taken care of? Could you say that awakening to the truth boils down to feeling all those beautiful qualities that we in religions we tend to attribute to a God?
This that I am is a love to be. This that I am is a love to be.
Of a love to be.
A love to be. This that I am. And this that I am is beyond any conceptual ideas about it. But the primary pulse, the primary life force, if you want to call it that, primary is the love to be. You check in with yourself. You wouldn't be dead for quids.
Yeah, the love to be.
The love to be.
But that is something we kind of all experience, the love to be.
No, what we all experience is the love to be something. That's what we experience as a separate individual self. It's a love to be something, a love to be happy, a love to be content, a love to be in a relationship, a love to have a good job, a love to have a great car, a love, whatever. This is not that. It's the direct experience of the love to be, not to be something. Completely different. That's why any of the ideas that I had about this was completely wrong. Wrong. And what was I doing for a long time? I was chasing the idea about this, wondering why I could never find it. Because it was an idea.
It was an idea.
Only, not the actual direct experience.
All right. But that experience gets qualified. Oh, it's bliss, or oh, it's sweetness.
Some people will do that. I don't tend to do that. I don't tend to do that. It's just is. Just is. But underneath it, if you like, the only thing that I would say about it is that there is a love to be.
A love to be.
Just to be.
And does that unveiling of the truth or awakening, does that, or is it similar, does that equals to the bliss, sweet moments we might have in our lives thinking we are a me?
No.
All right.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's a different sweetness.
Correct.
Yeah. For nothing, for no reason. It's
correct. Correct.
All right.
Just the pure, absolute love to be, period, full stop, that's all.
So nothing that my mind could imagine.
Correct. Correct.
All right.
Yeah, because anything that our mind can imagine will be objective, will be dualistic. Anything it could possibly imagine.
True.
And it can never be that. So whatever it's imagining, it can't be that. Can't be that.
So feeling comfortable instead of uncomfortable, or thinking, oh, that's a nice moment, we're in family or whatever. Yeah. So that is not that.
Yeah, that's right. Those questions are dualistic questions, all related to an apparent, isolated individual self. Now, if we want to ask those questions, taking a position of an apparent, isolated individual self, if we wanted to take that position, then we could answer those questions. But don't take that position of the individual self. Step back, step back, step back, step back. There's something else here going on other than thoughts about an individual self. There's something else going on which constantly gets missed. And it's interesting, you know, the mind is being used to try and attempt to find this other thing that's going on. And it's already going on. Doesn't need to be found. All that needs to happen is we need to see through the veil of thoughts, the veil of the mind. You are not that. And whatever it is saying about the apparent individual you is not you. The mind just talks about itself, round and round and round and round and round. And then there's a witness of that. There's a witness of that internal dialogue that goes on. There's a witnessing of that. We just assume, or mind says, this that is witnessing the internal dialogue is the me. What we don't realize is that we're actually witnessing is the construction of the me. So this can't be the me. Your me is 100% totally based on whatever the mind is saying about the me. 100%. And you're witnessing that. Witnessing that. The me can't witness, but you can witness the me being constructed by thoughts.
You can witness the me being constructed by thoughts.
Correct.
Being created by a me being created through the thoughts.
Yeah. But then when you have a look at it, okay, what is the me that's being created with the thoughts? Just other thoughts. That's all the me is. That's all. Because if you can imagine, if it all collapsed and all just completely 100% stopped, zero thinking, where's the me now? You need a thought to even introduce the me back again. That's all the me is. Thoughts in a dialogue. That's all it is. It's not an entity. It's not alive. It's not something that's conscious and aware and being and loving to be.
So no matter which questions I'm going to ask, I'm going to be in a maze of words and sentences. And that's not the way to go.
Good. The answer's not in the mind.
The answer's not there.
The answer's not there.
So why is it you seem to be not rejecting, but saying, oh, meditation isn't it?
No, I've never said that.
No.
I've never said that. What I've said is, if you are going to meditate, meditate on the meditator. Meditate on that. Who or what is actually sitting here apparently meditating.
But that would mean, if you say, who's sitting here? If I ask myself, who's sitting here apparently meditating, I'll go into thoughts.
Yeah, you would say me. That's what thoughts would say, and then it would be verbalized. It's me. Verbalization is just verbalized thoughts. That's all it is.
But I mean, if I meditate on that question, I'll go into intellectual thinking.
Maybe for a moment, perhaps.
All right.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
is it okay? So the real question there, meditate on the meditator. The question there is it me sitting here meditating? What is this sitting here meditating? What is this? What is this direct experience of awareness, this direct experience of consciousness? What is this? We go, oh, that's me. Well, is it? What is the me? Me is just thoughts. That's what the me is, just thoughts. Yeah. Is it a thought sitting here meditating? You would go, no. You would say, no, it's not a thought. It's me sitting here meditating. Says what? Thoughts.
all right, but further than that, if I try to see through that, I'm sitting and I go, all right, I won't enter into the thoughts. I won't consider them. I just try to look at the situation or the experiencing, whatever, as if I had just arrived from Mars.
From Mars.
Yeah, as if I had just stepped into this body and I just observed without knowing anything.
Yeah, what would you know?
I try to do that sometimes.
But what would you know? If you're able to actually do that, what would you know? Having learnt nothing, what would you know?
Well, nothing, indeed.
Then stay with the nothing.
Okay, that's what I try to do sometimes. Just stay with observing.
Good. Now, what's that? What is the observing? What is it? Step back again. Good. What is that? What is observing? A thought? And you would go, no. Naturally, you would go, no, it's not a thought that's observing. Good. What is observing? What's this?
No, I can't know unless I dive back into
Mind.
this maze of thoughts.
Yes, yeah, and then that'll
rationality.
Yeah, and then
the
the mind will throw up all these ideas about it. This imagination.
All right, but I can't stay without
about
thoughts. And when I do get there, nothing happens. And then there's another thought, and then I'm back into.
So it's about being able to sit here just purely as this and not get taken by thoughts. Be prepared to sit with the stillness. Be prepared to sit with the stillness, the quietness, stillness.
As in meditation.
Well, it depends what sort of meditation you do. How much stillness is there when the mind is going, I don't know how to do this. I've been meditating for 2-3 decades and I still don't seem to be able to. The mind is. That's not sitting in the stillness. That's sitting in the noise.
So it's like, actually, yeah, it's about saying no to the thought and to, because that's also something I wanted to ask you to talk about. Jean Klein, I heard him on a tape say, as an introductory speech, in actuality, if I'm not messing around, all I would tell you is that I don't know how he put it, but it's about saying yes, yes. There's nothing around. So no to the thoughts and yet yes to what is. Yes.
Yes to the truth.
Well, I don't know what no to the thought, but yes to everything.
Yes to the truth.
Oh yeah, no, but by that I mean yes to every single moment, every single situation. Yes, not trying to make something out of it or whatever, or reject it. Well, then maybe also I'm wrong when I say no to the thoughts, but not get into the thoughts as in a way to look for a solution to the situation.
Yeah.
But what would you say about that?
This is what it is.
All right.
That's yes. You could call it acceptance. You could call it acceptance. It's even more than acceptance. Just yes to what is. Whatever is. Yes to what is. Yeah. Because it's all just happening anyway. You cannot resist what's just happening. Seriously. I'm going to resist what's just happening because I don't like it. Okay, resist. Resist and suffer. Because it's just happening anyway. Doesn't matter how much you resist. You resist all you like. It's still just happening as it's happening. Life.
Surrendering would be an equivalent.
You could say that. That'd be a good introduction. Surrender.
Which I find is very similar to the Christian teachings I was given as a child. As in do the right thing, thank, being in a state of gratitude, isn't it?
No, because that's
not enough.
No, that's all about a person.
But that may lead to saying, to saying, yeah, that's what it is.
Maybe, but more than likely not. Maybe.
Why not?
Because there's got to be inquiry into false self. If
Right.
that's not done, true self can't reveal itself. It can't.
Right. Yeah. But as far as I'm concerned, I've tried for 15 years to look into that. And I still believe I'm here.
You are here. 100%. There's no ifs or buts about that. You are here. You're just mistaking this you that is here to be the personal character. That's all. Absolutely. You are here. I am. Absolutely. You're just taking it to be something else, or it's been taken to be something else. That's all. That's all. That's why you'll hear teachers say, there's nothing to find. There's nothing to discover. Nothing. In reference to true self. So true self is always here. You just have a mind stepping in, calling it something else.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. And it's only the mind that says, oh, yeah, but I'm here and I feel isolated and I feel stuck and I feel alone. And, oh, mind. It's only mind that's saying that. It's just thoughts that are saying that. Only. That's all. Why? Because there's other thoughts in there saying, oh, yeah, but I've had a rough life. I've had a hard time. Oh, and this happened to me. And that says thoughts again. Rah, 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 rah. So it's just thoughts backing up other thoughts all the time. Mm-hmm. And in that, it's creating an identity, an apparent, personal little me. All with mind, thoughts. And it's those same thoughts that say, yeah, I'm a body and I'm here. And it's me that's conscious and aware, and I'm here and I'm experiencing. Says this again. And it's not true. It's simply not true. That's why I use that pointer, which I love, the amnesia pointer. If I could create amnesia in you right now, and your whole personal backstory is wiped, completely gone, now who'd be sitting here? Now, who'd be sitting here now, conscious and aware? Wouldn't be the character, wouldn't be the personal self, because that's now gone. You don't know where you were born, what country you're born in, whether you got parents, whether you've been married, got kids, what job you've ever done, would all be gone. Now, there'd be a direct experience of sitting here being conscious and aware. Would it be the personal character that's now left sitting here, conscious and aware?
No.
No. That's the truth. No. So stop taking yourself to be mind. Stop taking yourself to be there. And the story that's going on in there, the story that goes on is all about the story itself.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it. Thoughts, different thoughts, bubbling up and going off. It's the story's about the story.
But the mind seems to always have the last word.
Yeah.
If I look at what you say, yeah, true, fair enough. And then
okay, good. So all right. So if it's good, true, fair enough, now what? Logically. What? Now what? If it's true, now what? Direct experience.
the mind comes back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But who cares? Who cares whether the mind's coming back or not? The mind would care if the mind is coming back or not. Or the mind would say, oh, the mind is coming back again. Would it not?
sure,
Right.
but I so think I'm the mind.
I know, but that's absurd because we can get rid of you with amnesia.
But I know, but I've never experienced amnesia. So
It's a pointer.
yeah.
Okay, it's a pointer. It's just showing you that amnesia pointer is just showing you who and what you're not. It's showing you that. And then you're left with just this. Now what's this? What's this?
Is there a kind of dissociation happening from the mind?
A dissociation happening from the mind. There's a truth that is revealed. I am not that. I am not that. Fully understood. I am not that. I'm not content of mind. It's that. I'm not the content.
And who says that?
There's just a direct knowing. The I am knows that.
Does it? Okay. Does it come up as many words? I'm not that.
No, it doesn't even have to come up in words. It's just a knowing.
Mm.
Like, do you know you're not that?
Mm.
Yeah. How many words do we have to come up with for you to know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, none. You just know. I'm not that.
Mm.
Finished. And knowing.
What would you advise me to do after having looked for 15 years and read books?
The statement that you made earlier, I'll paraphrase. You can't get past the idea that you're not the mind. True?
True. Well, I can agree. When I hear you talk about it,
Yeah.
it seems logical.
Yeah.
I can see that I don't prepare the thoughts in my mind before they pop up. I can see all that.
Right.
Yet
what? What happens?
nothing.
What do you want? What are you wanting to happen?
Something that tells me that I now see the truth, and it's not.
Something that tells you that I am. You already know that. This is the great cosmic joke about this. You already know the I am. The problem is this steps in and says, I am Geraldine, or I am Terrence, or I am happy, or I am sad, or I am stuck, or I am contracted, or isolated, or I am happy, or I am. There's an attachment that happens after the I am. But if you literally just stayed with the direct experience, the love to be, the direct experience of I am only, just that would be the advice. And you might go, yeah, okay, I've been doing that and I've been trying to do that, and the mind steps in and blah, blah. Okay, so it's right there. You can choose. Choose. What do I want to do? Stay focused on the mind, or come back to here, this direct experience, because that's what's being pointed to, the direct experience. Direct.
So rejecting the thoughts, or not paying attention to the thoughts.
You could almost say, initially anyway, having a preference over this direct experience as opposed to thoughts.
All right.
Yeah. Preference. Why would you have a preference? Because everyone's saying It's this direct experience is where you need to be, or who you are, or where you are, or the love to be. All the teachers are saying that, and you go, yeah, I know, but I want to hang on to this mind.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So it's a choice. Let go. Just let go and come back to the direct experience and just be. This is incorrect, but just be with that. There's no one to be with that. You are that. Conscious, aware.
They want to be with that.
Yeah. You don't have to be with it, you are it. Yeah. Sometimes I've said, you know, where do you want to live? Here, in the direct experience, fully conscious, fully aware, just conscious, fully aware. You want to be with that? Or do you want to be lost in your mind? In a dream state, just lost in there.
Thank you.
That's okay.
I might have other questions on another occasion,
Sure.
but I think we're going to make it
Okay.
not too long.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Derek.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye.